Hello everyone, this is your loving host, best-selling author, radio and TV personality, Dr. Afshan Hashmi. And these are my two best-selling books. The first one is The Modern Mughal Mentality, New Strategies to Succeed in India and the Global Marketplace. And the second one is The Outbreak of a Monstrous Infection. And for this one, in a very unique story of bioterrorism, I have narrated like in this book, which was an Amazon bestseller. And this one, Modern Mughal Mentality, was an Amazon bestseller as well as hot number one new release. And this one, The Outbreak of a Monstrous Infection, was released on February 1, 2019, when there was no trace of coronavirus. And in a very unique story, I had predicted bioterrorism in America. And that's what the fiction story is about. And just see the amount of disease, coronavirus, hepatitis, all spreading in US. And I want to educate people through entertainment and education. And I want a movie or a TV series to be made of this of this book, this Amazon best-selling book. So all those Hollywood, Bollywood, Netflix producers uh, and whoever makes movies, please contact me at Afshan at drafshanhashmi.com. And friends, let's see that who contacts me to make this movie. And I am writing a screenplay. Many people have contacted me, but I will not budge on the price, because I want a certain price. So, and the screenplay, some were asking for a screenplay. So I am writing the screenplay, and soon the screenplay will be ready. So all those Hollywood, Bollywood, Netflix, Amazon, whoever listens, please contact me if you are making movie. Or if you are a Hollywood or a Bollywood agent, please contact me at Afshan at drafshanhashmi.com, and I am open to modification of a screenplay. And I will send you, once the screenplay is ready, also I will send you a free copy of this book. Having said that, friends, I am also looking for sponsorships for my this show, which goes to 300 million listeners in doco series. And also it goes to more than 100 platforms, and it is also on Amazon Music, and soon it will be on Apple Plus and Hulu. And just imagine, if you give me sponsorship, your program will be syndicated worldwide to 300 million listeners. So I have each 300 million listeners for three shows I have. And two are, one is on W4WN radio and Talk 4 TV, syndicated worldwide to 300 million listeners. The second one is on K4 HD radio and Talk 4 TV, and it is also syndicated worldwide to 300 million listeners. And the third one is this doco series, which is also syndicated by Talk 4 Media to 300 million listeners. So having said that, friends, now let's dive into this new movie which is released today, and it is called Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. So before going, I haven't seen the movie yet, but I saw the trailer, and let's talk when we see the trailer after that, So, and I will be talking about the movie. And if any Hollywood, Bollywood people are listening, I have done thousands of reviews, and this show is not sponsored. And even if it would have been sponsored, I would give my honest opinion, and that's what I believe in: truth, and always truth. Speak in media about truth. I hate fake news. So I want to always speak true, whether you give me sponsorship or you don't give me sponsorship. From me you will always see truth. Having said, and I have reviewed thousands of movies, cosmetic products, book reviews, and makeup products. And you can go to my YouTube or my at Afshan Hashmi is my YouTube thing. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel, and also, go to my website www.afshanhashmi.com and know more about me. Having said that, friends, let's start watching the trailer. So this trailer is not playing there, so I will play it here. It is some glitch in the program there. And here is this trailer from IMDb, and see here. And I will play that, and then we will talk about it.
What is grief? If not love, part of the madness of the multiverse is we get to see different realities, and we see different versions primarily of Doctor Strange, but we do see other versions of Wanda Maximoff.
I think WandaVision was this journey of her for the first time taking her own life into her own hands, and it was fun transitioning from her experience to this movie.
I could use an Avenger.
There are other Avengers.
Get you back in the lunchbox. What do you know about the multiverse?
We wanted to satisfy the WandaVision fans and take them to the next level with a character they love.
It was fun just looking at it from a different perspective. The multiverse. You guys had his theories. He believed it was dangerous.
We need your help. It's magical. She owns that character so well. It's a very powerful performance with a very powerful character.
In the multiverse, there are alternate versions of everyone. It gives the characters a unique opportunity to meet themselves, to recognize qualities that they may have been blind to.
The fate of the multiverse depends on us.
So this was one trailer, and now let's talk about there is also the Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness cast reveal who was the funniest on set and some of Benedict Cumberbatch's secret talents. So let's play this burning questions with Doctor Strange in the universe of madness.
This mission, we need to stop him cold.
We're going into the belly of the beast. Candy's handle.
And it is on Apple
I'll
Plus.
save you. I know you will. Everything depends on you.
Is it wrong to say yourself?
I did what I had to do to protect our world.
Is it more fun
fun playing the good or bad parts of your character?
Neither, because they're polarities. You want to have both contained in one character. That's when it gets rich and exciting. I love all of him. I love his snarkiness, his arrogance. I love his humility. I love the fact he's adaptable and he changes. He's still learning. He's not a complete twat.
I don't like thinking of anyone as bad and good. I don't like judging my characters. To me, it's always just about defending them and being their best attorney. Hopefully we can understand why they make the choices that they make and create a bit more empathy of maybe why people that we disagree with make certain decisions. And I think we could use a lot more of that in the world.
Try not to break the multiverse, Stephen.
What do you love most about Benedict Cumberbatch?
Well, he's our national treasure, isn't
Yes.
he? We must protect him at all costs.
He's very goofy, but I think people know that about him, and that's one of the reasons why they love him.
I mean, he is good at everything. He's up on everything that's cool. He surfs in his spare time. He's a Buddhist. He really knows a lot about exercise. My daughter was 8 weeks old, and he got me into this great pelvic floor work. So he's just very talented.
He's very demanding. He really protects that character of Doctor Strange like his life depended on it.
What's the best thing about working with Rachel and Elizabeth?
Just all of it, the whole package. Rachel, she's America's sweetheart for a reason. She lights up the stage when she's on it, and she's so damn good at her job.
Okay, don't tell me.
Elizabeth is just mesmerizing in this role. She's the first to laugh at it or herself and not take any of it too seriously, which, you want that balance. You want someone who's really committed, but also somebody who's a human being. Could use an Avenger.
There are other Avengers.
Get you back on the lunchbox.
Who is the funniest on set?
Is it wrong to say yourself?
Sam Raimi, very funny, very playful man. Like physical comedy, like vaudevillian kind of stuff.
That's really kind of her. She'll work again for me.
I mean,
Oh, that might be bad.
Are you excited for your life to change as America Chavez?
it's really crazy. It's amazing, honestly. It's heartwarming to get DMs from fans and the requests. Of course, they don't think I read it, but I always read it. It's just crazy that now I'm part of this universe.
What other job would you have in your own multiverse?
A tree surgeon, something outdoors to do with conservation. I'd like to be a private detective.
Ooh.
Maybe architecture as well.
I always wanted to be an employee at Trader Joe's. Like, I have T-shirts that say Trader Joe's. I really want to work at Trader Joe's. So basically, Trader Joe's hit me up. I would love to work just for a day. A week, a month. I'm so here. I would like to be a farmer. I love food. I love being outside. I love plants and birds and bees.
I'd be a professional gardener. Farming is too hard, but gardening is a gentleman's sport.
So this was it, and these were some burning questions with Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. Now, friends, you must be wondering that what is this movie about? So I googled it. I was also very curious because it's trending everywhere. So I thought, let's dive into that. So, what Wikipedia has to say: Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, and here it is. It is a 20 2022 American superhero film based on the Marvel Comics featuring the character Doctor Strange, produced by Marvel Studios and distributed by Walt Disney Studios Motion Pictures. It is the sequel to Doctor Strange 2016 and the 28th film in the Marvel Cinematic Universe (MCU). The film was directed by Sam Raimi, written by Michael Waldron, and stars Benedict Cumberbatch as Stephen Strange alongside Elizabeth Olsen, Chiwetel Ejiofor, Benedict Wong, and Xochitl Gomez, Michael Stuhlbarg, and Rachel McAdams. In the film, Strange travels into the multiverse to protect America Chavez Gomez, a teenager capable of traveling between universes, from Wanda Maximoff Olsen. Directed by Sam Raimi, written by Michael Waldron, based on Marvel Comics, produced by Kevin Feige, starring Benedict Cumberbatch, Elizabeth Olsen, and Elizabeth Olsen is one of my favorites. Chiwetel Ejiofor, Benedict Wong, Chiwetel Gomez, Michael Stuhlbarg, Rachel McAdams. Cinematography by John Mathieson, edited by Bob Merwowski, music by Danny Elfman, production company Marvel Studios, distributed by Walt Disney Studios Motion Pictures. Release dates May 2, 22 Dolby Theaters and May 6, 2022 United States. Running time 126 minutes. Country United States. Language English. Budget 200 million. Box office dollars 121.7 million. Doctor Strange, director and co-writer Stock Derrickson, had planned for a sequel by October 2016. He signed to return as director in 2018, and when Cumberbatch was confirmed to return, the film's title was announced in July 2019 along with Olsen's involvement, while Jade Halley Bartlett was hired to write the film that October. Derrickson stepped down as director in January 2020, citing creative differences with Waldron and Raimi joining the next month and starting over. Film began in November 2020 in London but was put on hold in January 2021 due to the COVID-19 pandemic. Production resumed by March 2021 and concluded in mid-April in Somerset. Shooting also occurred in Surrey and Los Angeles. Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness premiered at the Dolby Theatre in Hollywood on May 2, 2022 and was released in the United States on May 6 as part of Phase 4 of the MCU. The film received generally positive reviews from critics who praised Raimi's direction, the cinematography, visual effects, musical score, action sequences, emotional weight, and performance of the cast, particularly Cumberbatch, Olsen, and Gomez, although the pacing received some criticism. And let's talk about plot. America Chavez and an alternate version of Dr. Stephen Strange are chased by a demon in the space between universes while looking for the Book of Veshanti. The Strange is killed and Chavez accidentally creates a portal that transports them to Earth 616, where this universe Strange rescues Chavez from an octopus demon chasing her by killing it with help from Sorcerer Supreme Wong. Chavez explains that the demons are hunting her because she has the power to travel through the multiverse. Recognizing runes of witchcraft on the demon and the alternate Strange corpse, Strange consults Wanda Maximoff only to realize that she is responsible for the demons hunting Chavez. Since acquiring the dark hold and becoming the Scarlet Witch, Maximoff believes that controlling the multiverse with Chavez's power will allow her to reunite with Billy and Tommy, the children she created during her time in Westview. When Strange refuses to surrender, Chavez Maximoff attacks Kamar Taj, killing many sorcerers. Chavez accidentally transports herself and Strange across the multiverse to Earth 838. Maximoff uses the dark hole to dream walk into the body of her Earth 838 counterparts who lives a suburban life with her own Billy and Tommy. A surviving sorceress destroys the dark hole, breaking the dream walk before being killed by Maximoff, who then forces to lead her to Mount Vandagore, the source of the dark hole's power and the location of a shrine to the Scarlet Witch, allowing her to re-establish the dream walk with her Earth 838 itself. While searching for help, Strange and Chavez are arrested by Earth 38's Carl Mordo and brought before the Illuminati, a secret society consisting of Mordo himself, Captain Peggy Carter, King Blackar, Boltagon, Captain Maria Rambio, Dr. Reed Richards, and Professor Charles Xavier. They explain the reckless use of his universe Darkhold, Earth 838's strange triggered and barely averted a universe destroying incursion and had to be killed before he caused more harm. So this is the whole, and you can go to Wikipedia and read the whole plot about it. And so this is the story. I think I haven't seen the movie, but what I have read about it, it is the story of good over evil. And that is very good that this is a story which is being highlighted of good over evil. I don't see these kind of scary films. I am more into like romantic kind of movies, light movies, because you go to a theater and you want to relax. And seeing this kind of a story, although I know that it is a story about going good over good is winning over evil, but I don't see these kind of movies. But I was very curious to see what this movie is about, because Marvel Studio Comics, it is based on Marvel Studios comics, and also it was distributed by Disney. If Disney, Walt Disney Company is listening, I would love to collaborate with them on my book, The Outbreak of a Monstrous Infection. And friends at Disney, please contact me at Afshan at Dr. Afshan Hashmi. This is a beautiful book, and you being such a big company, you can, distribute this movie worldwide, and it will be in a very grand way. And I love Disney, and I have been seeing Disney movies and cartoons since childhood. So I would love to collaborate with Disney, or any big or a small company, who could make this book into a movie. And I have done thousands of reviews or movies, book reviews, TV series reviews. And if you are looking for and cosmetic and makeup reviews, so if you are looking for those kind of reviews, then please contact me at Afshan at drafshanhashmi.com. Having said that, friends, now let's talk about some reviews which this movie had. And let's do the first read the first review what Entertainment Weekly has to say. Let's break down those Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness end critic scenes. And let's see first the trailer. This is, I think, a different kind of trailer. Let's see that.
Wealth management is navigating the peaks and valleys, and it's the confidence to stay the course. Define wealth on your terms with a Wharton-trained Citigold team. Learn more at citigold.citi.com.
Don't cast that spell. It's too dangerous. Why? We tamper with the stability of space-time. The multiverse is a concept about which we know incredibly little. Your desecration of reality will not go unpunished. It was the only way. But I never meant for any of this to happen. Wanda.
I knew sooner or later you'd show up. I made mistakes, and people were hurt.
I'm not here to talk about Westview.
Then what are you here for?
I need your help.
With what?
What do you know about the multiverse? I'm sorry, Stephen. I hope you understand.
So this was a little bit of the trailer, and let's go back to from where I got this. So this is entertainment, and it is from ew.com, entertainmentweekly.com. And now it says Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness review says Sam Raimi lets his freak flag fly. Critics have praised the filmmaker's horror camp sensibilities that permeate throughout the latest MCU joint. And here is this article. And it says Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness review says Sam Raimi lets his freak flag fly. Critics have praised the filmmaker's horror camp sensibilities that permeate throughout the latest MCU joint. And this article is by Nick Romano, May 3, 2022 at 12:43 p.m. EDT. Monday night saw the first screenings of Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, the sequel to the Marvel Sorcerer's 2016 film, this time co-starring Elizabeth Olsen's Wanda Maximoff. Critics still seem like they are wrapping their heads around the reality hopping odyssey that is the latest MCU jaunt. But one thing is for sure, this is definitely a Sam Raimi film. Members of the press praised the wacky and wild sensibilities from the director behind such campy horror films as The Evil Dead Army of Darkness, and Drag Me to Hell, as EW's own critic Leah Greenblatt puts it, gives Sam Raimi and Multiverse and he will take a mile. After directing the original live action Spider Man movie trilogy, Raimi now freely treats it as license to let his freak flag fly, though it takes him about an hour to work up to full pandemonium, maybe because he has so much mythology and green screen to work in. Greenblatt writes. While much of the action and CG wizardry is pretty standard Marvel fare, according to some critics, IndieWire's David Eldridge says Raimi is able to create a violent, wacky drag me to several different hells at one fun house of a film. The director will show flashes of his distinctive style in the very next sequel. The Hollywood Reporter John DeFore writes, and by the end, Madness will become the first Marvel adventure in which a rotting corpse rises to fight alongside the good guys and a swarm of inky demons assembles like a hellish Voltron. Doctor Strange is the Multiverse of Madness returns Benedict Cumberbatch as Stephen Strange, who encounters a young America Chavez, Xochitl Gomez, on the run from various creatures trying to nab her. America has the unique power to open portals into other realities in the multiverse, and someone wants that power for themselves. That figure turns out to be Wanda Maximoff, is still grieving the loss of her family during the events of WandaVision and now fully corrupted by the Book of the Damned. Akka the Darkhold, the Scarlet Witch, wants America's power so she can find a reality where her children are still alive. Thus begins the wide romp that ensues as Stephen and America plunge through the vastness of the multiverse. Leah Grandbold, Entertainment Weekly, and I quote, give Sam Raimi a multiverse and he will take a mile. The director's take on Doctor Strange in theaters May 6 feels like many disparate and often deep confusing things. Comedy, camp horror, maternal drama, sustained fireball, but it is also not like any other Marvel movie that came before it, and 23 films into the franchise. That's a widely refreshing thing, even as the story careens off in more directions than the Kaju side octobeat who storms into an early scene, bashing its tentacles through small people and tall buildings like an envoy from some nightmare aquarium. Peter Hammett deadline. When you bring Sam Raimi into the Marvel Cinematic Universe, you bet you are going to get something different, and that is definitely the case with his pretty scare take on the latest MCU entry, Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. Though Raimi is well versed in the Marvel comic book world, having directed the first Spider Man trilogy, he is just as well known for many other genres, certainly for his horror filmography, including The Evil Drug and Drag Me to Hell, among a lot more. And here is successfully and entertainingly gets to mix that kind of dark, terrifying storytelling with beloved established characters in the MCU. And then they have various other, so this is a long article, and it's a very good article to read about the film if you want, to go and see this film. As I said earlier, look at the screen picture, look at these eyes, how scary they look. So that's why I don't see horror films. I only see light, funny kind of comedy movies or romantic movies or movies, on bioterrorism and those kind of where a virus spreads like contagion or like crazy rich Asians. And you will know that, my book, here it is, The Outbreak of a Monstrous Infection. Tailflix gave an honest review on this and they wrote a write up on this book. And you can go to my website www.afshanhashmi.com and there is a full page on that, and you can read the Tailflix evaluation. And they evaluated my book to Contagion and Crazy Rich Asians, and those two are blockbuster movies. So all those Hollywood, Bollywood crowd and all that, because I'm talking about a movie, so all those kind of crowd will be coming here. Please contact me to get the licensing rights of this book, and my mission is to educate people through entertainment, because people can understand better through entertainment. So I want to educate them that what bioterrorism can do harm to a person and to a population. And when this book came in 2019, there was no trace of coronavirus, and just see what coronavirus has done. And that was my prediction, that very soon bioterrorism will spread in America, the way the anybody is coming through the open borders. Illegal aliens are coming, and gangs are coming, and lot of smuggling of people is going on. So I would request the immigration authorities to be tough on that, because I love my America a lot, and I don't want diseases to spread in America. And if you will see in an earlier broadcast I gave, that hepatitis is spreading, and many children have been infected by that in Alabama. So just go and see that video also. And this docu series will be promoted to syndicated worldwide to 300 million listeners. So just imagine, if you give me sponsorship, how your product will be promoted in such a grand way. And I always give, this program is not sponsored, but even if it is sponsored, I will give my honest review. And I would love to hear from my followers and fans, and the people who are going to watch this movie, that what are your opinion about the movie I am talking about. And also, please go and buy this book and give me an honest review, because through the sale of these books I give little bit to the charity. And I'm looking for my second book. So the other one is called The Modern Mughal Mentality, New Strategies to Succeed in India and the Global Marketplace. So please go and buy these books and give me an honest review. And I really want a movie to educate people, worldwide, that what harm bioterrorism can do. And this is a very, very timely book. Having said that, friend, cheers, and make this book again Amazon and New York Times bestseller, because I want to be a New York Times bestseller author, and it would be great. And I self publish this book. So that's what I want to say. And a lot of copies of this book have been sold, and I want many copies to be sold, so that it becomes New York Times bestseller. Having said that, friend, cheers. And also now, many of my friends and followers and fans, and they ask me, so how do you like this look? This is a crown I got from Nordstrom, and these are my crunchies here from Shop Miss A. And now, how I came up with this today's look. So this shirt which I am wearing is from Nordstrom, and here, these are the brushes. I did my makeup. I did a light makeup today. And here is the Kylie lipstick, the one I am using. And also, first of all, I clean my face with this, and it is again green in color. So you cannot see, it is just Kirkland daily facial wipes. And I clean my face with this, and then I sprayed this, and it is again green in color, and you cannot see. So I sprayed my face with this primer spray, put little bit of primer, and again it is green in color. And then I just moist these two blenders here, and with that I put loose powder, and this is the powder I used. I I did not use concealer today, and I just wanted to see test like if I don't use concealer because I don't like to do too much makeup. So I just wanted to see how if I don't use concealer, then how my face will look. So uh, now this, and I used these two things for my eyeliner. And yes, I mixed Kylie lipsticks with this here. And this is from, I got it from Macy's, and it says, I got it from Macy's. It's very light, what is written there. So here it is. This and this mixed colors, two colors mixed. I put that, and then I sprayed my face with the setting spray, and this is the setting spray. And then so I got my book, and here are my two books. The first one is The Modern Mughal Mentality, New Strategies to Succeed in India and the Global Marketplace. And when this book came in 2015, there was a lot of research going on in Harvard and Stanford on Jugaad. And I conceptualized Jugaad as thinking outside the box. And the second one is The Outbreak of a Monstrous Infection. And for this book, as I have been saying throughout the program, I want a movie to be made. So all those Hollywood, Bollywood, Netflix producers and whoever makes movies, web series, please contact me at Afshan at drafshanhashmi.com, and this program will be syndicated worldwide to 300 million listeners. I am talking to people about selling the licensing rights, and I have got a huge response because of my three shows which has 300 million listeners worldwide, and the quality of the book is very good. It was an Amazon bestseller, and if lot of copies will be sold, and those my followers and readers and fans will do that, inshallah, for me, and God Almighty and Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. I never ask for job or anything from anyone. I am a God fearing person, and I just pray to God that, help me in this endeavor. This is my dream, to make a movie of the book. And if this is made into a movie, then the second book, which is again, I have started writing my third book, which is again on a bioterrorism, then I can again apply for selling the licensing rights, and this book can be made into a documentary of all the companies. Please go and buy this book, and there are many companies like McDonald's, Pizza Hut, and Starbucks. They are mentioned in that. So and there are many companies which are mentioned in that. So all those companies, please see that, and buy this book, and you can make a documentary, because you have been highlighted free in this book. And just imagine, this was hot number one new release, and also it was bestseller. So I am looking for a documentary to be made, and some sponsors whose work has been highlighted can forward and help me in that endeavor. And I want these two books to be New York Times bestseller, because to write a book, this book took me 7 years, 3 years for research and 7 years to write, and this one took me 3 years to write. So it takes lot of effort and energy to write these kind of good quality books. I believe not in quantity but quality, and this book is very very timely, and so is this, because Jugad is thinking outside the box and you can learn from this book. So I pray to God Almighty and Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, that they will help me in that endeavor, because I'm a very God fearing person. I don't like to ask people for favors. So for me to come out and say all this is very difficult. Having said that, friends, cheers. And yes, let's resume the makeup thing. And here is the makeup thing. Here it is, the color. This color I used for my eyes. I mixed this one and this one, and this is from shop Miss A. And so this is the makeup story, and I told you everything how I came up with this look. So, and you can write to me in comments, wherever you see it, write to me in comments. And the person who follows me on YouTube and writes the maximum amount of tagging and all that, and shares this video will get a surprise prize. So keep on looking and tagging and sharing, and you can write to me that how many times you have tagged and share it, or to me on Afshan at drafshanhashmi.com if you need a prize. Having said that, friends, cheers and bye bye. And my YouTube channel is at Afshan Hashmi. I want to go to 1 million at least subscribers. So please help me in that endeavor to spread my message and educate you and come up with a lot of programs and sponsors. If you are listening, then please contact me at Afshan at drafshanhashmi.com. Having said that, friends, cheers and bye bye.